Gumburu. This is a Year 11 art camp. We've this is a few of the crew at the moment. Whoa, this is sideways. Okay, doing their thing. So what we've done is we've just collected some still life and we're doing a little study with the still life at the moment. So once you guys have actually roughly sketched it out, and this is mainly as well because Mackenzie asked, but I'm sure everyone else will probably be at that stage soon, you want to actually start tonally filling it in. So one of the tricks is to first of all squint, like actually squint with both eyes at your still life and work out which are the darkest things and which are the lightest things. So start with the darkest, and you guys are used to holding your pencil like this, okay? But for this, I actually want you to hold it like this. This is weird. So you're holding it like that, and then you're putting your thumb up it, and then you tilt it on its side. So it's like this. So then what you're going to do is you're actually going to use this nice broad side of the pencil to start tonally putting, just tonally filling it out. So start with the darkest points. I'm starting with this stick here. Now this stick is covered in moss and all sorts of bits and pieces. So I'm actually, as I'm tonally filling it in, I don't want it smooth. So I'm putting these little marks. And because I've got my pencil in a really weird position, it will very easily make really weird little marks because it's completely foreign for me to hold the pencil like this. Okay, so you can start putting in detail that way. I'm going to quickly lay a whole lot of tone down here as well. The other thing you can do is you can put some light tone over the whole thing, like this. And you can use the side of your eraser, and I think mine just disappeared, so I'll just get another one. And you can rub it with your finger, or you can rub it with the side of an eraser, and you can just blend in some of that background tone. Then I'm just opening this rubber really quickly. Take the cardboard off the rubber as well. You can really lightly go in a circular motion and spread that tone out, a bit like we do with charcoal. Then you'll be able to come back, and the really light parts, like these seed pods, I can use the corner of my rubber to lighten them up again. So when you're doing pencil sketches, it's a bit of a dance between light and dark. So don't forget, if you're working fairly lightly to start with, just to get everything accurate, then you can come back later and you can start to, you know, see I'm making these weird little squiggles, you can just go for it. John, have you had a go with your pencil sideways? Yeah? So I'm going to darken this up a bit more, and under the seed pod, I'm just going to find that nice sharp edge, because that's quite dark, that shadow. Now you've got your little still life drawing, is I want you to look at a section of it as a composition that would be particularly interesting, and you're going to actually do a bit of a box roughly where you'd break it up. Now this thing is already simplified to a degree because you know, you've drawn it from nature. You wouldn't have drawn it photographically perfect because you didn't have enough time to, so it's already simplified a little bit. This next part is going to simplify it even more. So choose a little composition that you think looks interesting. Okay, then what you're going to do, and I'll just move the Ziggy so the Ziggy can see. Whoa, it's at a weird angle though. Okay, whoa, okay, that's all right. What you're going to do then is you're going to take your oil pastels And I want you to choose a colour scheme. So you can either choose a warm colour scheme or a cool colour scheme. Now I'm going to choose a cool colour scheme, so I'm using all blues and greens, and I can still use black and white because they're my neutrals. And I am just going to draw that little selection, and you can change the box position however you want. So I've got this portrait, so if I look at the box now, I've got this shape going diagonally across. I don't have to fill my whole paper if I don't want to either. So I've got this weird, this is the stick, and then I've got part of the seed pod coming in the corner, and I'm happy for you guys to put it in a bit of a border as well. You can cut this down, we can trim it down back at school to make it interesting. And I've kind of got this bit of weirdness of moss that came through the corner. So I've really megally simplified my image. So now what I'm going to do, using all my cool colours and my neutral colours, and again, if you're using warm colours, you'd use all the rest of it, which is all your yellows, oranges, browns, reds, okay? And then I'm going to tonally fill this in, and this is totally not going to be how nature is. It's abstracted a little bit. Okay, so not only have we abstracted this, but we've also, it's been simplified, abstracted, and we're putting different colours in instead of the natural colours. So we'd call that expressionism as well. So I'm expressing this with cool colours. So I'm going through, I'm trying to make sure I follow the contour. See how I'm curving that around? I want to show the shape of the stick still. And the stick had really weird texture on it, so I'm actually doing a lot of this really rough cross-hatching stuff on it as well. Okay, now I'll put my dark back through. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put lots of different bits of tone all through this. Like from a better angle, just so you can see. And I'll show you a more finished product after. Okay, so we've used our cool colour or our warm colour palette. We've chosen one of the opposite colours and put a splash in, so I've done the yellow. The next thing you guys are going to do is you're actually going to use your water and your brush. Because this is water soluble, okay, you're going to start actually playing with a bit of water in that space and let it drip down a little bit. Okay, so you may have to rub it. Some parts you'll be able to just dab. Yeah, I knew John would love that. Okay, but you're just selecting little sections of it. And so like with this blue, I'm just going to pressure it up a bit. So I'm going to work it up with the water and then add a little bit more so it can actually drip a bit. Mess up the black. So get your paintbrush right into the black, and then quickly put more water at the top of the black and just let it go nuts. Grab mine.
Yeah, I have some.
Just grab mine.
I need to brush that.
That's it. See how you got the really dark colour just starting to go nuts through it, and let it drip over the leaf too. Just try and get some really heavy drips happening.
Where's the brushes?
Grab a roll. Sorry, Chloe.
I think, I mean, he's good with the darker.
That's it, so scrub it up. And now quickly grab a bit more water above it and then dab it downwards. Because yeah, even more water. You really want to try and get those drips going through the whole thing. So it's quite a wet piece.